Good morning, GDQ. I am LRock617. We're going to be playing some Darius Gaiden, one of the best and most accessible shmups ever made. I'd like my couch to call themselves out real quick.
Hi, I'm TomPocket.
Hey, I'm gigasturtz. I'm part of the Louisville FGC and Psychic Drive.
Hi, I'm Jaidlyn. You've seen me a lot. I am going to be singing this soundtrack live.
Correct.
Yeah.
Also, first, our whole couch, as long as myself, also all from Louisville, Kentucky. So, gaming in the 502.
Gaming in the 502.
Go. Feels good. All right, we are going to get started by popping our credit in. Our host ready on time? Ready to get started?
Ready whenever you are.
Cool. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, real quick, gonna have to a quiet time after the clap because I have a item I have to get. Okay, we're good. Clap all you want. We're good.
Yeah, that shield is very important. It is very scary if he does not pick it up early.
So we've got shooters, we've got fish. We kill a lot of fish in this game, and we actually have a nice little donation tray to go along with that. gigasturtz, like to tell us about it?
Yeah, let's do $5.02. Tell us what's your favorite sushi roll, because we're going to be chopping up some fish.
$5.02 donation train. You heard it, folks. $5.02. Tell us what your favorite sushi is. Mine is salmon. I don't know about y'all.
Ooh, I had a good salmon one last night with some Japanese mayo. It was a good one. But anyway, this game has a lot of singing in it, and Jaidlyn's going to take us away.
Close your eyes. Close your head. Close your eyes.
Please actually stay awake.
Yeah, do that too. Close your head.
My head's open.
Great stuff. Have a round of applause for Jaidlyn real quick.
Yeah.
So the fun thing about this soundtrack and part of the submission is that this is sung actually by an opera singer. She does both parts. And so there will be traditional opera singing later. It will be in Italian. It's very, very cool. But ultimately, it does say, don't believe what you see. Don't believe your eyes. The truth is elsewhere. Also, I will sing all of the boss warnings. Here's our first boss coming up.
It's a golden ogre and jump scare. Wrecking buildings. All right, so I'm gonna hang back here a little bit. I could get a little more damage by getting a little bit more aggressive, but it's really scary and really not advised. I'm gonna see if I can one-cycle though by getting right up in his face. Close, 2 hit points, that's fine. I did not want to get hit by that. Good night. First boss out of the way. Another thing about Darius, we have branching paths. We have 28 total stages in this game. We're only gonna be playing 7 of them. Let's move on to B. So the interesting thing about BC, whichever stage you choose, is that the theme from the first stage continues. It's Visioners, that's probably the most iconic song. So without Jaidlyn,
Close your eyes. Close your head. Thank you, very good harmony.
you're welcome. All right, so I got this little dude to take care of here. And I'm actually gonna quiet this one a little bit. If this guy gives me bad RNG, this is actually a really tough fight. So give me 1 second. Yeah, that's good RNG, very good. Moves to the right, we're all set. Cool, cool. All right, we've got some enemies to take care of before we reach the water. Can I get a couple donations in, please?
You gotcha. $25 from Artemis Fallen, who says, donating in memory of my father, grandmother, and my friend Rick in an honor of my love. Cancer touches too many. Let's help kick its butt.
Indeed. Thank you, Artemis. One more.
$1,503 from Ellipsis, who says, so excited for another sick run for my dear friend LRock. You blow my mind every time you pick up a controller, and I'm so proud of you. This donation is for my speed friends whose lives have been touched by cancer. Thanks for being a part of my GDQ.
Thank you, Jaidlyn. That's a really, really good one. First bit of opera singing we'll have among many. So, So, cool thing about this boss, I managed to get every red weapon pickup, which means this boss is really easy. Watch that life total just drop, and we get to anti-air all these missiles with our own. Phase 2, super fast, really easy. Can't do it without every weapon pickup, but it's worth it when you get it. So now we have Hermit Crab. He's big and scary, he shoots lasers, but he also takes a lot of damage from this weapon, so we should be okay. Okay, yeah.
Bye, Mr. Krabs.
Little dice, but we did okay.
See ya.
Lost my shield though, don't love that. Anyway, we'll continue along the top path, continue on D.
LRock's got the first level shield right now, so each blue pickup will give one chip, one little shield. If you can get all 3 and fill it up and go up to the silver shield, it's a little better.
Take care of this guy. This guy's a problem sometimes. Okay, good. All right, so for a bit, I'm going to be just blasting some rocks, hoping I can get a shield pickup eventually and trying to dodge some stuff, but get some more donations in.
You gotcha. $25 from Doc Snack, who says, excited to be up early to see some classy STG gameplay. Good luck, LRock, on the 1cc. Don't forget to... I can't sing it, but close your eyes.
That was great! Yeah!
Close your head.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
All right, shield, we're set.
Yeah!
Get up to 3 now. That's actually a red pickup I'm not going to be getting. There's actually some resource management I have to do here where I'm essentially not trying to get the last weapon. The last weapon is actually worse than the next to last weapon, which is weird, but, you know, DPS, what do you do? Retro games. The corridors here are a little bit tight. This is a fairly difficult stage to manage.
It's really important that he has the wave weapon because it's the only of the 3 that pierces through stage scenery.
So it just goes through walls.
Yeah.
It's very powerful here.
Which
Really
means he
want
can
it.
use those walls to hide from bullets.
Chilling. Oh, the hoppers. Hoppers are a Taito favorite. They love that enemy design for whatever reason. Snag some items. There's also an extend coming up here. Extends do not get granted through points. You actually only get them through a couple of items. There's one in stage 3, one in stage 6, regardless of which letter you choose. So we're gonna move on to our stage 3 boss. It's gonna be the folding fan. Couch.
Oh, I love Folding Fan.
Oh.
And Fake is a great song. Let's sing it. Turn around, please. Okay, almost a bad pattern, but we're fine. Oh, he gives me the invincible shots. What a loser. All right, fine. All right, there we go.
Folding Fan. Folded.
Round of applause for Jaidlyn, please. Excellent singing there. Okay, now we have to get off the beaten path here. We're gonna go down to stage H. I actually originally learned this game through stage G. Stage G is a bit longer, and it has some stuff I don't really like dealing with, some really bad corridors. It's also does have an easier boss, so that's the trade-off. But through H, there's gonna be some really cool transition stuff I'm gonna show off here. Nice little cutscene, we wipe away.
Yeah, first time I saw this, I was amazed. I thought he had done some type of power-up, and he said, nope, it's just the transition.
So we've got some enemies I gotta work through here. There's no mid-boss in this stage, which is actually a bit of an anomaly, but it does have the hardest boss in the route, so I'll be trying to focus on that, but we've got time for the donations while I fight some fish.
You got it. Speaking of fish, we've got some folks on that sushi train. $15 from Mary Clarity, who says, I've always wanted a thing called tuni sashimi. And $10.04 from Josh A, who says, before I get to the favorite sushi roll, just saying I keep waving at the 2 adorable people in the front row of the audience who keep waving at the camera. I see you from the Blue Mountains, Australia. Favorite sushi roll? Katsu chicken and avocado, I guess.
Nice. One more, I think.
Got it. $100 from Leviathan, who says, donating in support of those sweet Darius Gaiden tunes. Good luck on the run.
Thank you so much. All right, we got our last little wave of enemies. I'm gonna try and dodge these shots. Not quite full shield, but that'll be okay. All right, I gotta talk a little bit about this boss. This is gonna take some quiet time.
Audience, if you'd like to sing along on these ones, it's very fun. I promise.
Neon light illusion is potentially a problem. Also, this is what happens when you feed your blooper after midnight.
Never do
Turns
that.
into this giant cybernetic thing. So we're gonna try and roast some squid. Bear with me. Almost great, but that's fine. We're gonna bomb this out. First use a bomb, because I try to get rid of all those shots. This. Okay, we're good. Okay.
This game is kind, and it gives you a good amount of resources to work with.
All right, so we're gonna detach the shell. It's gonna do Taito lasers. We don't want anything to do with those. We're gonna bomb again. Grind out the cylinder, and there we go. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, that fight, until I learned how to sequence properly, that fight was very, very challenging, but we're all set. Okay, so on to L. Very important we do that. M is one of the hardest stages in the game. We don't want anything to do with that. We're also going to reprise Fake from the stage 3 boss fight, so Jaidlyn's going to take us away here in just a little bit while I blast away. One thing I want to point out real quick, don't want to pick any more red items because they have the best weapon. It'll raise the rank.
There's another stage where piercing shot is an all-star.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Boom, 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 boom. Whoa, okay, so these enemies are a new thing. Talk about it in a little bit. Yeah, these spikes you kill spread shot when they die, so you have to be always...
We call that revenge bullets in the business.
Do they?
They do.
Okay. I believe you.
Is a thing. All right, so our mid boss real quick. This guy's kind of a pain. Shane, follow me. I'm gonna take a little bit of damage. Okay, we got the orb spawn. So quick thing I'll talk about. This game has a mid boss system where if you detach an orb from a mid boss and steal it from them, it actually comes under your control. That one's actually very useful, but we're not required to get it. It's neat if we get it, but sometimes it just spawns off the beaten path. There's not really much we can do. Let's do this real quick. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of damage, but it's fine. It's fine.
Very useful in that section, especially. If he had gained control of that eel, they would have blocked shots. I'm just making sure. You're so amazing. I want to make sure everybody hears you.
I think they can, but thank you. I appreciate it. Which means don't believe, by the way.
Oh. What if I don't believe you?
Well, then you're following instructions.
No comment.
Okay.
All right, so our boss fight here. This is Double Dealer. We had the best weapons, so this fight actually should go pretty well, but it has a really cool gimmick. It's this giant flounder with some cybernetic parts. This game has a sprite limit glitch I've not talked about. If you fire close to the edge of the screen, you actually get more shots that way because there's less gaps. You should be able to take him to the second phase. Whoop!
Yeah.
Technology.
He's a robot.
Appropriate reaction. Good job.
So the things to watch out for here, these green bubbles are actually kind of a nuisance. They're not interactable, completely invincible, but he gave us some really good patterns, so we're
Who
up.
cares if he dies, you know?
He's sushi'd.
Blade.
Flats the flounder is gone.
Okay, on to Q. We get a nice reprise of Visioners, so we get a little bit of singing from our lovely couch, but first we have a small little cutscene. Hadouken! And to the iceberg.
Eyes. Close your head.
Sucks. I don't like him. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Close your eyes.
Everybody hates an ice stage, right?
Close your head.
We got our full shield. So this stage is going to be really tricky. Q is just full of some really tight corridors. Piercing weapons are invaluable here. I should be okay to be able to just autopilot a bit through this, so let's get some donations in.
You got it. $5 from Anonymous, who says, this is my last $5 put for Darius. That angelic voice and the Prevent Cancer Foundation, so worth it. Also, cream cheese doesn't belong in sushi.
Agreed. Hard agree.
I couldn't disagree harder.
Oh my God.
Hey,
it's not
put it
for
in your
me.
donations.
Yeah, put it in.
Got time for one more while I blast away these turrets.
Got it. $10 from Code Alpha, who says, wow, the mix of incredible gameplay and awesome singing is not what I expected to find this early in the morning. What an awesome run, and everyone involved is awesome.
Thank you. We wanted to showcase this game is just iconic. It's so good for so many reasons.
I'm 100. Yeah, I'm getting this immediately.
Picked up the red icon by mistake. Okay, so it should be okay. It's not the end of the world. Just not a good weapon. Anyway, we're coming up to our stage 6 boss. This is actually one of my favorite boss fights. Deadly Crescent is...
Commit if you're gonna do it.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Look
Come
at
on,
that
you're
mohawk.
fighting game players. You got to commit sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so Deadly Crescent is actually a pretty fun fight. If I'm playing it aggressively, which I'm choosing not to, then it's a little bit harder. But the idea is that he has 3 main modes of attack that I have to defend against differently in each way. And it's actually kind of fun to play out the way that the game intended. If I were playing aggressively, then it'd be a little more about movement and it would be going faster, but I prefer to keep this fight safe. Especially because I've already taken a couple hits on my shield. And
Yeah.
the last stage, it's critical to be able to maintain that.
And you'll notice that you'll sometimes see the white shots kind of reflected back. Those don't necessarily hurt LRock, but they do affect the sprite limit. so they can
They
affect
do.
some shots.
That they do. Good fight. Okay.
Yeah.
Yay.
And we got the hidden
finish.
extend right, so heck yeah.
All right, on to our last stage. Stage is going to start off with some quiet time, which is actually appropriate because there's no music. I don't know why they made that choice, but they did. But up through the mid-boss, there's actually some stuff I had to pay attention to, including one of the hardest enemy segments.
It's really stunning that they made this choice on such a musically based game.
Okay, I got the pickup. These guys are annoying. Go away. Okay, thank you. They're gone.
Clean.
All right, so I've got another, thank you. I got another couple waves of enemies. Got these submarines. I got these planes. Okay, here's our mid-boss. This is the only mid-boss in the game that I guarantee to bomb every time because this guy is pretty awful if you let him do stuff. Shoot from behind, one
Not a
more
fan.
pump.
Yeah, I've watched a
Please
run
disappear.
earlier where
Okay.
we didn't have a bomb for this, and it was rough.
Okay, so now we get to listen to my favorite track in the whole game. This is called Self. This is like a lo-fi masterpiece. Just an amazing piece of music.
Please go listen to this soundtrack if you have not. It is an incredible piece of work, and the entire game is based, or like they go hand in hand, and it's really incredible.
It's
Like
so
a rock
good.
opera.
It's so good.
The whole thing is good.
Got time for, there's a little bit of chaos here, but I got time for a couple more donations before we roll out.
Sure thing. $5.67 from Wampa says, a huge Battleship charity donation is approaching fast. Darius Gaiden has to be my personal favorite out of the entire series, and Tada absolutely knocked it out of the park with the soundtrack for this game. Self being my personal favorite, Fake being a close second.
Yep.
Also, Rainbow Roll is my favorite sushi.
Okay.
Oh.
I can get behind Rainbow Roll.
So unfortunately, we did take a death there. I just had a few too many shots to deal with, but we're actually in good shape. We have a really good weapon with orbs. These orbs actually do extra damage. We're approaching the last boss. It's gonna be wrist storage. I don't want to let Jaidlyn take us away from here because there's some good opera singing here. Whew. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Okay. Yeah, that happens. Thankfully, I still have a piercing weapon, so we're still in okay shape. Okay, no middlemen. Thank you. All right, so from here, I think we're going to see... Oh, orb. Gotta call out the orb. Orb. I don't love this pattern, but...
Orb!
All right, onto the cylinders. I'm just going to bomb away from here. Time is on last hits. Time.
Time.
Woo! A little hairy there at the end. All right, that was Darius Gaiden, y'all. I will point this out. V is the easiest, most successful route, but there is a downside to that. We actually get a bad ending. Our heroes, Keith and Anna, unfortunately get submerged in the water after defeating wrist storage, don't resurface, and they never make it back. But they defeated Fish for a good cause, just like we're raising money for a good cause. So again, I'll be out from here. Thank you so much to my couch, my partner Kiki at home. I love her. My coaches for this game, Colonel Fatso, the opponent, everybody who helped me out, get me here. Thank you so much. This game was a treasure, and I'm glad you all got to see it.